Let's go. He's not saying let's go in the comment section this time around because he's right here on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, co-host extraordinaire, Chai Star G joins us from the Snoopy Barking Studios.
What's up, Mr. C? Here
Well,
we are on election night,
yeah,
breaking
man.
it up a little bit, which is
We
good.
had a little distraction from the news, from the counts, from the tallies. Thought we'd come around and yuck it up a little bit. So there's a time, maybe once, maybe twice, maybe a bunch of times where you were saying about where is the cosplay? Where's my cosplay at? And so I just wanted to honor your again art director around here. I wanted to honor the direction of the art director and
See,
keep it real.
I knew you would do something. It's that other guy that is like Mr. No, Mr. Poo Poo Head, you know.
Eh,
Maybe I should buy him like if there's like a poop emoji hat or something. I should get him that. So because he's Mr. Poo Poo Head, you know. Mr. I'm too cool for school.
I'm sure you could locate that somewhere on the interwebs, no doubt. So I don't know, man. Let's start with breaking bread. So clearly we're not in the same room at this time. Sometimes we've done the show from being in the same physical spot on one screen. Tonight we're at two separate studios, two separate locations.
Yep.
Making merry. Did you have some pizza earlier today?
Yes, I did. I had a Blue Malnati's deep dish, sausage, mushroom, garlic. It was
Good.
some of the there's a fundraising thing, so some of the money went back to our son's high school band. So
Well, how long is that fundraiser going on here? This is kind of a little sidebar, but I mean, let me have an excuse to go to my local Lou Malnati around the way and contribute, man.
It's only for today. I think it's only at the Northbrook one.
Probably not going to make it then in that case. That's all right. That's cool.
It's okay. It's all good.
So, let me do one more bit of foolishness here, and then we'll go on and look at some stuff and some. So, again, I want to try to incorporate this more. We got the helmet to spin around. Gotta keep some innovating around.
Two turntables and a microphone.
Oh, then I could get another helmet and have two turntables.
That's right. And then I'll call you Helmut because you come all the way from Germany to see the live stream. I don't know what accent that is, but Come here, Snoop. Here.
Is this Snoopy's first appearance?
This is Snoopy's first appearance.
Mark the calendar, mark the time. We are 7:18 p.m. Central, and it's Snoopy's first appearance around. Let me go. Oh, look who's in comments. It's Mandarin Deep Digging Pizza. Mandarin, we're having a virtual pizza party with you right here. This Mandarin meets Snoopy. Snoopy meet the Mandarin. Maybe if we put Snoopy on the job to sniff out the secret layer of Mandarin, then we could finally come face to face. It's yep. So Mandarin, let me tell you. Now we'll just take a detour here because we're just here to, we're not tight on an agenda. We got some stuff to speak on. Look, Mandarin says, my dog. Mandarin, the other night, Sunday night, what day is today? Tuesday. All right. So Tuesday. 48 hours ago, Mandarin, we're on that other channel known as the Fanboy Cantina. And you know who pops back up in the comments, Mandarin? Our old pal Blue Sasquatch. And we're saying the only thing that could make it more perfect is if we had that Mandarin Blue Sasquatch banter back in the comment section. We will continue to look forward to that day where it may come to pass.
Snoopy. Word.
Snoopy's excited for all our stuff. Snoopy's excited for this content.
I know he's adding content to the live stream. Snoop.
All right, so
yeah,
as we've told the tale before, let's go way back. Like back in the 90s, we used to like to find a cool spot to go, and a variety of things. It could have been a record shop. It could have been toy shop. Could have been comic shop. Bunch of different shops.
Yep.
In the recent times, we started to incorporate from the horror house shop in Chicago, a boutique kind of a spot with a little bit of toys, a little bit of independent art. I believe, and I know for a fact, at that point you landed the Ghost of Booberry.
Yep.
All right. So then putting us in that same kind of mindset and that same kind of style, let's check on this comment first before we go in our, as you keep me on my toes with that, Mandarin, that has shown up in the text thread. To be honest, TBH, if we go live at an atypical time, will Mandarin find us? That is an honest to God piece of the ongoing conversation. And then Snoopy hollering. So Big Z. So is Big Z your actual dog, Mandarin? Is that what you're telling us? Or is this code for something else?
I think the onion is sort of like unraveling about the Mandarin. We're getting to know more about
Mandarin. We would love to add you in the text thread. Hit us up off the thing, and then give us your contact info, guy. We'll make it. That would only make the text thread even better if we had Mandarin in the text thread. Okay. Let me switch over, and I will continue to incorporate Mandarin's comments. But as I'm talking, and we had a good time when we went over by the horror house. And then we also had that other time we went over by the Brood and the bric-a-brac, and it's a coffee shop on one side. It's a toy shop, record shop on the other side. We got some Snoopy cam going here.
Yep. Yep. I got you. I'm getting Snoopy a treat.
What kind of treat is Snoopy gonna get?
Gonna get a knuckle sandwich pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? Jeez.
We're now on tour through the Chi-Star studio. What's this live stream about? Partly Mandarin, we're just here to hang out, but we're going to look at some cool art and some horror. The Ghoulish Mortals shop out of St. Charles. We're going to come and check out some of that stuff. So, Mandarin, if that's cool by you, Chi-Star, she's on the move, right? And then again, Mandarin, partly, we know it's, there's electricity in the air with election night. So we're just trying to, run a different current. If that's AC current, we're trying to run some DC current. We're just trying to go in a different way. Give him a treat. Here comes a Snoopy treat.
All right. Get some AC/DC, yo.
Yeah. Then we're in Australia making rock and rolls. Okay. So, I'm telling you, this spot, I learned of this spot from Super Sven fan Nanette, and I'm glad she tipped me off to this. So this is Ghoulish Mortals Monster and Horror Store, as it says right there. Totally fun retail destination, oozing with creeptastic products from spooky artists and vendors. Ghoulishmortals.com. So
where's that at?
St. Charles, my friend. So and here's even the better part. So suppose we do go sometime. Right across the street is like the Rocket Fizz. I think it doesn't the high-end candy shop.
Yeah.
So it makes for a great 1-2 punch.
Nice.
Let me see if we got another Mandy comment in here, or we got dang Chester looks swole. Chester, how do you respond to Mandy's comment? You're being swole, sir.
I've been working out, do that protein and stuff.
So, man, that's the thing. Yeah. So it was the October 27th. There's both the Kane County Toy Fair. Okay. And so then it was actually a triple stop. It was Kane County Toy Fair right there in St. Charles. And then we popped over to Ghoulish Mortals shop in St. Charles. And man, I don't know, Mandarin, if you came in a little minute late, Mandarin, here, you might have seen this on the Fanboy Cantina channel, but you're seeing it here now, Mandarin. This is, I might pack this thing back up in the attic, but I'm calling it October 32nd, the continuing post party. So I might be continuing to pop that thing on over here a little bit more in the coming shows. All right. Let's get some pictures up here. Let's get some pictures. So Gee, again, being a man of the arts yourself, what do you think of their color arrangements here? What's your initial impression of how do they run their signage?
I wonder if there's like a if you shine like a black light, if it glows. That thing.
Ooh. Now I do see this is an external sign, and I do see a light on there. So I wonder if that is a black light because I was only there in the daytime,
Hmm.
not in the nighttime. All right.
No, it definitely gets your attention for sure.
So, and I'm just having this come around now. Let me show you. I want to show the loot, but we didn't even get the tag off yet. So here. Let me ISO on myself if I may, and get the Ghoulish Mortals T-shirt, man. And let me tell you the feel of this thing. This is some softness. This is some monsterish. The guy's got some candles in there. He's a gargoyle. He's a beast. It's let me get Chai-Star back in here. It's a lot like Horror House. You got your T-shirts, you got your boutique art, you got your Snoopy hanging out right by co-host of the most. It's all good. All right, let me check on these comments. Man, no is right, sir. All right. Well, other times I do pull the Sven way, but I got to have some variety. Love the team, Mr. C. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So let's go. Let's okay. So here architecture wise, right? You got the pleasantries of the municipality. So then they got these giant inflatable tentacles on the outside, right? So that's good stuff. Here's the other side shot, right? So I'm talking about a municipality with some charm. I'm talking about the place that you see it across the street and you're like, I have to go walk in there and see what's going on. Have you ever been in any kind of shop that had giant inflatable tentacle arms outside of it, let alone giant inflatable tentacle arms in green and yellow and purple?
No.
You had to think for a second.
Yeah.
Now, again, coming down in the approach, they got these like black and white flowers in their way, having a little bit of a decay feel. This one, okay, so just taking the other angle. So you come in and they had, again, I want to feature 5 of the artists that they had in there, but again, they have so many independent artists and everything. So as you're heading down in this way, a lot of Simpsons references. And so let me come around and show our other swag item picked up here. Let me ISO again right there. So here's a little, again, talk about, tell me, what are you thinking of this here?
Is that marker?
I wish I knew. You see, this guy is Thalo Halo, and he hails out of Geneva. He's THALOHALO.com, Thalo Halo. So, I mean, I'm going to try to get this guy to come on the show and talk to us about his stuff, but it definitely has the total, to me, it's got a great graffiti vibe on the lettering, and you got your classic Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, Kang and Kodos right there.
Yeah, I love the the gradients and the blending gives it a little bit more dimension to it.
That's what I'm talking about. I need Chai-Star over here to say gradients and blending stuff. I'm not going to know how to be commenting on it without my expert. All right, so Mandarin is coming back with another Snoop, the local artist. Yes, sir, local to somewhere. But so as I'm saying, this guy is local as far as Geneva goes. So that's a good couple miles out, but definitely still local. Awesome art to be sure. Awesome art to be sure. All right, so let's see what's up next. I want to see also in here. So now this is Davis Ryder, as it says right in. So this place is a very Treehouse of Horror friendly place, a very Simpsons reflective place, and Futurama right there. So this has got it's not a too crowded composition, but it's a packed composition. How much have you been watching Treehouse of Horror lately, or ever?
I think I saw it when it first came out.
Okay.
Like that was like years ago.
Anyway, up top you got Bart in a classic Batman kind of a way. Poor Mo, the barkeep there with the hang in there. Anyway, so it's some good stuff over there. I think this one shifts over into the Futurama. Again, Davis Ryder is this artist who I'm just learning of, who's a new artist for me to start to follow. What's the robot's name at Futurama? Bender. I love that Bender's got a cigar and a kill all humans. Like he looks like he means it.
Kind of reminds me of Flash tattoo art.
I'll say yes. I'll say yes. All right. What's this here? So again, they just hit so many subgenres or so many corner. Oh, you go in this corner of the store, there's this cool stuff. You go in the other corner of the store, it's more cool stuff. So they definitely ran some clown theme, and that's always a big deal. Then you get some, I'm gonna say maybe some Scooby influence on the Carlotta the Gypsy, as she's known in the Scooby verse. I didn't even pack all the pictures in here, but we're gonna jump around and do some share screen and look at the stuff. You guys, so they said on the statues, here's for this is take a picture with them, but don't touch them. And then they had the same idea for Audrey 2, take a picture with her, but don't touch her. And then you can see off the side there, it's just the lighting, the shelving, the way they have the ceiling decoration, the way that so you're not there live, but you're seeing a photo. What do you think of the vibe of the shop?
It's amazing how they could kind of like make the environment cohesive to what they're selling. It gives it more like almost like a house of like horror, like a horror house kind of like vibe, where it's like a haunted house kind of vibe, where you're in the environment and it's not just like IKEA shelving and they're like trying to like get you to buy stuff. It's like it's the theme. It's like Ed DeBevick's. It's like, almost like a period piece, but they're making the environment like zoned in on what they're trying to sell. So it's pretty cool.
It declares itself. It pronounces itself. It stakes its own ground.
Yeah.
All right. And then this one here, again, there was art, but then so this is kind of, there's like the Lego skeleton faces there. Is 2D art, 3D art. So I don't know their process on this, but you see some skulls in there. You see they had some really cool, like a bat candle holder, which I did not include in the photos check tonight, but it was just, then you go over here and there's a different set of stuff. They had a tribute corner to Stranger Things, and they had like the lights and the letters and the rug up on the wall. So it just like, they just kept hitting you with the Mandarin. You make us all the better, man. You make us all the better. Obey. Exactly. And when something is calling you to put a whammy on your brain and calls you to obey, it's often best to turn the other way. All right, so let me pull Mandarin's comment. Let me pull a picture back out of the way, and then let's do some screen share. So again, the our guy Thalo Halo or Thalo Halo, I don't know. Again, let me try to chase this guy down and see if he's good to come on the show. But let me get in to his stuff. Where is he? I guess his real name is Lou Gabriel, and so I just want to look at his Insta for a little minute there. So he's got some Waffle House thing going, some chicken thing. Hello, some that's right out of Beetlejuice, right there in the center square. Yeah. So, artist to artist, what do you think of his composition and his color arrangements?
I love it. I like the boldness of it and the almost like pop art kind of like vibe to it.
Right, definitely some pop art, definitely in the neighborhood of your who's it? What? Wait. Okay, so it's Warhol, but then the other guy, I'm drawing a blank on his name, that was largely pulling, direct influence out of the comics. I can't think of that guy's name now, but anyway, he's right there. And what about the size? I mean, I don't have the size listed here, but just from him holding up his face, like these are large pieces here.
Yeah. Are those paintings?
Again, a new dude, so he calls for further study, but definitely I want to see what's going on. Maybe paintings, maybe something different. Okay, so I'm going to stop on the share for him there. Let me come back around here so I can see. So that's one of the five artists we're going to look at tonight. Two of them we kind of already knew. These other first three are totally new, and I'm calling out to celebrate and appreciate and enjoy. All right, so this next guy is Davis Ryder. Let me get up and come over here for Davis Ryder stuff. Let's get him right here, and we're going to look at his Etsy for a minute. I think this style is not totally foreign to you, but let's look at his featured items, all items. So again, he's got that Treehouse of Horror. You got Bart as the Raven. You got Flanders as the Devil. Maggie as the Witch. And then, but it's clearly not only Simpsons. I'm just gonna jump around. There you go. There's some classic Universal monster with a little Nosferatu mixed in. Anything is Mario. So much stuff here. A little bit of Vader right in there. What jumps out at you? This guy's covering so many different IPs, so many different vibrant sources here.
I mean, just the wide arrangement of characters and like style is really cool. I'm just wondering from a legal aspect, not to put a damper on this.
Right.
So I heard a story about there was like an anime con or something, and there was a company, I forgot who it was, but it was going around to artists in Artist Alley, giving out almost like cease and desist letters, to people that are using their IP. So I'm just wondering, like, how do independent artists like what he's doing, which is totally cool. Don't get me wrong. I mean, me being an artist too,
Right.
I totally appreciate it. I just wonder how can they like continue it going, or unless it's so like just a drop in the bucket kind of thing compared to the overall picture that they don't even like bother with it. But I mean, yeah, like I just love the wide assortment of like, I think he's had like Pokemon characters, he had Beetlejuice, he had like almost all these different like pop art, characters and stuff, but within like the Flash tattoo, like Sailor Jerry kind of like motif, which is cool. So yeah, anything that has to do with tattoos is freaking cool with me. So yeah, that's it.
Coming around now, fanboy from his other time zone. I don't know if Mandarin's still around to have the cross banter, but let me jump back. This was from the shoot. We didn't pre-announce this show, but to have Nicole Barbie Gal around, absolutely. Roy Lichtenstein was the name that was on the tip of my tongue, but that I could not articulate. That won't be the first or the last time I forget something that I'm trying to say around here. And what a 1-2 punch that is between Warhol and Lichtenstein. But to coming back to what co-host Chai Star is saying, that is it's still Monday. You're good, golly, Miss Molly. It's still Monday in the cantina. This is the ongoing conversation we're having because, I mean, clearly there's a great many artists out there creating, and people are having fun with it, right? People pick up the stuff because it enhances them. Art. What is the purpose of art, right? We're not going to have a graduate level, or we're not at the School of the Art Institute right now to get into classes in session, kind of a philosophy kind of a way. But if the art is having the people feel good, and then there should be room for some artist alley, some independent artists.
Yeah, and I feel like it's almost like a give and take kind of thing. Like some of the anime, companies, they don't really produce a whole lot of merch, right? So then that's where these independent artists come in. They produce like their own interpretation or whatever of these characters and stuff. So it almost like builds almost like another fan base around the actual primary fan base that the actual IP is about. So I think it kind of gives like a sort of like a hand in hand kind of thing. Like if you love like a cartoon or character or anything like Svengoolie, and you don't see a whole lot of merch out there, but you see all these independents making really cool stuff. Hey, there's a market for it, and I think it just helps the entire circle. So
Jim Campbell, isn't artist spreading the IP art advertising? I'm with Campbell on this one. It's trying to it's feeding people back into the thing. And I think Campbell did pop in
marketing,
a Ghoulie Blue comment a little minute. Go ahead. Go ahead.
marketing, I would say too. Yeah.
So again, being new to Ghoulish Mortals, and clearly I'm a one-time customer. I'm not the purchaser order, but only better would they if I could swing, if they would. I can't get the full spin over, but they should get Nicole's Barbie and Creature, Barbie and Godzilla up in there, especially as we're just coming out of Godzilla Day yesterday. All right, so I think okay, so we covered the Thalo Halo. We got into Davis Rider. We got robust comments coming in the comment section, similar to Fanboy G himself the other night. When you get the comments coming in, it's you got to re-anchor yourself as you're trying to stay on point. So let's go to Matt Reedy, or is it Ready? I don't know, but here's his Instagram. And anybody who's going to recognize Godzilla Day with the 40% off sale, to me, that's a pretty cool artist right there. Gee, what do you think? We got a Godzilla. We got it's not quite Burgess. I'm going to say that's not even Burgess Meredith Penguin, but that's Burgess Meredith colors. But in the current Penguin TV show, kind of a visuals on the actual face there with the Scarface bit. So to me, that's a really cool mashup of two different variations of the Penguin.
Yeah, and I feel like he put his own like style to it too, which adds to it, I think. So it's not like a carbon copy of like a character. Like he put his own spin to it, which is pretty cool.
Agreed. And then I'm noticing that the teeth. Let's come over. We got Godzilla with the teeth, and I'm figuring that's a Nosferatu or a similar kind of vampire. So instead of the two separate fangs, you got the two extended teeth right there together out in the front. So I'll say this guy is a specialist in some fang work. All right, let me pop back over to where we can see now these next two. Let me come around. Fanboy G says looks good. So hey, looking good, feeling good. Billy Ray and Lewis. The other two artists, and let me say there's more than 5 artists in this place. I'm just again trying to make an inroads to saying how cool the art is, how cool the shop Ghoulish Mortals is. So the other two were already known around these parts, and the one of them is the Monsterologist, as I did just recently the other day. Go back and dig out. Again, the quality of the stitching and the patches on Monsterologist. I'll jump into his webpage in a minute, but there we go. There you got some Invisible Man Monsterologist. But besides the stuff, he's also got the cryptozoology stuff cooking. This one I super like. Let me just get this one too. Kraken dive team diving in with the Kraken. All right, so let me jump into Monsterologist page. Oh, let's see. Mandarin, glad you're still here, pal. Glad we're sharing the wealth around with checking out cool different stuff together. Real talk. Let's get Mandarin in on the text thread some kind of way. Mandarin, get us your contact info. I've been saying get us your contact info for years now. But it's all good. It's all good. Okay. So share screen coming up again. Let's hit Monsterologist. I featured out of all his stuff the Halloween patches. As again, I'm saying I'm going to continue to look at the calendar and see today as November 5, but I'm also saying October 32nd for the post party. So they had so much, like a wall. I've never seen so much Monsterologist stuff. I'm even at the Curiosities Oddities Expo at the booth for Monsterologist. And I'm not saying he didn't have enough of his own stuff, but I'm just saying the way they had his stuff out for display, it was so much Monsterologist stuff going on in there. So
it's like some kind of like biker gang kind of vibe, which is cool.
Yeah, see, and he covers like the travel patch vibe, the biker gang vibe, right there, the skeleton crew, the Sons of Sam Hain, the Night of the, I mean, just all of this stuff. I have yet to see Monsterologist make a wrong turn. All right, so now let me come back around again, stop the share, and one more here. Let me bring us back over this way. moving around again. Keep.
That's why Snoopy gets so freaking fat, because I feed him all the time just to shut him up.
Snoopy has been a very appreciated guest star tonight on the airwaves, which isn't to say we're almost done. So another one, and again, you go into a place and you see familiar stuff and new stuff, and it's like, oh, it feels familiar, it feels cool. I just literally just peeled these off the wall display. So we got the painter's tape sound going on here. Maybe I'm messing myself up with it. I'll tell you what, I'll start from the other side, and hopefully that'll be an easier pick and peel. So Jellykoe, first found these at Comic-Con. It was probably still Wizard World, might have been C2E2, but here you go. Oh, Snoopy be running you around, Star. Oh, you know what? It's a hard knock life, Mandarin. It is a hard knock life. So here we go from the Jellykoe Studios. This is not the Addams Family, my friends. This is the Munsters. So again, just they have that stylized look with the exaggerated eyes. And Jellykoe continued. I got a few different things from them. There's just a fun, that whole talk about that fun vibe. And all right, then they also had a little bit of Nosferatu, a little bit of a different Fang styling from there. Gee, jump in at any time on the.
I love the dilated pupil look.
Dilated pupil. I would have never thought to say it that way, but that is a perfect way to say it. Again, just moments before going live, just peeled these all off the walls. So here we got your Addamses, and again, they tend to run the same composition, that they'll put one or two figures in the back and try to layer the row 1, row 2, row 3 kind of a business here. But it was cool to see the Jellykoe people represented. If somebody's got a Universal Monsters thing, it's going to end up in the house of Mr. C for dive-in material right there. So again, this looks like they're having the best Halloween party of all time. Maybe Frank's dancing a little Monster Mash action over there. Fanboy Cantina's dropping a ooh in the comments. I got my stuff over the keyboard, so I can't even reach the keys to flip up a comment right here. And for the House of Scoob, right there, this is the Space Kook. The Space Kook trying to give some difficulties to the Scooby Gang. And a little bit of Oogie's
Nice.
gang, Oogie's kids there. Clearly we've done business with Princess Bride even. And one more from Jellykoe, little Edgar Allan Poe, tying back to Bart Simpson as the Raven. Nevermore, nevermore. It's all right. Now let's see what. Let me get these guys off to the side a little bit. Fanboys calling, ooh, that Addams pick looks like.
Sabrina.
Man, now I want to scroll through all our previous comment sections with Mandarin and start to put together clues that we have about the mysterious Mandarin to try to figure it out a little. But Addams too legit. Addams Family go. Oh, Fanboys bringing out the lyrics and all that. Well, gee, you tend to ask a question, the same question every time around. Sometimes you ask the question from right where you are. Sometimes you both drop the question in the comment section and ask it live.
When's the next live stream?
Well, that is always a good question. Let me
2
tell
minutes from now?
Don't. Let me check because it might be these Treehouse of Horror Funkos that are sitting over there ready to go. Last time I didn't have the right lighting on them, so they didn't really show. So I did let's say a test run on doing that show.
Should we ask Fanboy if he's gonna do a live stream right after this one?
Hey, Mandarin's. You and Mandarin working in concert there. So let's ask Fanboy, when is your next live stream coming around? I don't know, maybe he's on the train right now. Maybe he's driving home. Maybe
he's doing nothing, man.
Oh.
He ain't doing nothing. Now everyone's getting on the bandwagon now.
Stacking. Now Campbell's going to say, when's the next live stream? And Nicole's going to say, when's the next live stream? Look out, it's out of control.
And then Blue Sasquatch is going to come in and say, is this live? Just saying.
Wait. So now, I'm not saying when's the next live stream isn't your line, but do we know which came first? Was it Blue Sasquatch asking that first? Or was it
I don't know. I want to say maybe once the next live stream is the first, and then the Confused Blue is the second.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. You need to pick. Well, you know what? Junkyard's not in the comments right now, but we're going to hit Junkyard up on the text thread in a minute. Mandarin is saying we need the shirt that says, when is the next live stream? Absolutely. Who are we kidding? We can't respect ourselves if we don't get a t-shirt like that. Good God. All right. Little bit of more closeout before we close out. Let me not spill the Jellykoe stuff all over here. I've been meaning to fit these guys in, but we even got some stamps. You know, as you know, you get a wife who's around the scrapbook world, you end up with some stamps around the house. So we got a little talk about creepy eyes there. The master of creepy eyes, Edgar Allan Poe.
That should be your next costume, Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, you think I should grow out the mustache?
Yeah.
Puff out the hair on the sides.
Yeah.
Bride of Frankenstein looking like she looks, ready to walk away from Frankie. Speaking of Frankie, there you go. She hate me. Wait. She hate me. and of course, rolling around here, we got to have a little diver helmet. Business.
Oh, okay. So this is like off track, kind of, but not really. But it's like horror. It's horror related. So I forgot where I saw it, but it had to do with, as we were talking about IP, intellectual property. So I guess the story of, I want to say last year, the story of Christopher Robin became public,
Right.
And so there's this bad movie that I saw like clips of. It had to do with Winnie the Pooh and Piglet like murdering people because Christopher Robin left them in the forest or 4-acre woods or 100-acre woods and came back, and I guess it became like almost like a cult, like horror classic thing. Not really classic, but a cult horror thing. And so they're coming out with like another one, but then they're also doing stuff with like Bambi and like all these other like public domain kind of like stories. And I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I guess there's something for everyone out there.
I'm saying tell your story, but I had blocked that out of my mind. Like that was not for me. You take some other stuff, and you could take a innocent character and given the right elements and stuff, you could convert that into maybe a bit of horror comedy, dark comedy kind of stuff. But for my taste, Winnie the Pooh should stay. The 100-acre woods is not a haunted forest, my friends.
Right.
This is a place of goodness and comfort, and him and Piglet and Eeyore and the whole gang there. That's not my jam for them.
And I guess it was the first movie was real low budget, so they had like these really creepy looking like Winnie the Pooh masks, like rubber masks and Piglet. But they're like grown ass men, like big grown ass men wearing these things. So it'd be kind of funny if they're like actual, like to scale, like Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, and like killing people, almost like Chucky, like they're hacking away someone's ankle, I don't know. Snoopy. So
ankle hackers.
Here's Snoopy.
Terrible. Does Snoopy have any winding down comments or barks or yips?
Here he comes.
Snoopy Cam area. All right, Snoopy, what do you have to say to the people who are watching? All right, everybody. There it is. The Snoopy.
He's saying, oh, wow, he has a lot to say. He's asking, when's the next live stream? Like and subscribe.
Here, Nicole is still with us. She's saying Steamboat Mickey is public domain now too, and I think they're doing some. See, man, come on, hey. I'm not even reading that one, man. But I'm not saying it's wrong.
Would you like to be on the live stream, right?
No, is Mom here or is Snoopy just barking at you?
He's just barking at me. Hey, and there's my son tickling my foot.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is the weirdest fucking stream ever.
Snoopy has been.
Yeah, there's Snoopy.
What this channel needed was more Snoopy content. So, so I'm starting to wrap it around here. Let me
Actually,
say,
I don't know. I actually don't know this kid. He just hangs out at the house all the time. Anyway,
do check out NicoleHuff.com on her Etsy, on her own page. She is not yet featured at Ghoulish Mortals, but maybe one day that'll be a switch. Do check out Jellykoe. Do check out the Monsterologist and the new artists we're learning of here, Matt Reedy, Davis Ryder, and Lou Gabriel, aka Thalo Halo or Thalo Halo or Thalo. I guess you could put some more variations on that. Thanks for hanging out with us and taking a little detour from the seriousness of what goes on in an election night and over the ocean. They got the bonfire business. Remember the 11th, the 5th of November. So Chai Star, thanks for coming around and clowning around, man. That's what it's all
it's a
about.
good time.
Eating a little pizza, eating a little hot dog, trying to make a little levity. Next live stream will be sometime soon. I'm going to close this out. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Mr. Campbell. Thanks, Fanboy. And thanks, Mandarin. And we are out.